Yo les gens, j'espère que vous allez bien. J'ai toujours mal aux dents. Voilà l'essentiel. On est jeudi, c'est gratuit. Ah ouais, c'est le jeu de chelou là. Ah, c'est quoi? Astro Duel 2. Ah ouais, carrément. Hmm. Let's go. Hmm.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Tequila sunset. My jacket?
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila? Faum? That's medium concept stuff, not my style at all. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe you should lay off the booze. It's fucking with your head.
I'm calling it. It's neurological.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
It's an okay jacket, if you are into that look. Okay.
Hmm.
Danko. Danko.
There's no way.
The legend. He's back. And for...
It's getting cold. This late.
Good night, officer.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Hmm.
It's getting cold. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your... The bed is comforting. Yep. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no, I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
In hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Mm-hmm.
It's you again. What is it?
On va essayer. Alors, c'est quoi qui augmente la logique? Ah, on peut pas... Hmm.
She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. I don't know what it means. But it felt like the most appropriate thing. Still nothing. Why does Puzzleface get right? Puzzleface shouldn't shush. His wife left him. He needs to kill himself. Make her sorry. Smart move. For starters, can't get through. Hey, there's Ace. You could crack also. No. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should...
Mais ouais, mais ça me fait chier là. Attends, maintenant que j'ai augmenté son point, je peux refaire?
What is it?
Oh no, he's stuck again.
Ta sœur.
Please, get a move on. Your mouth is open. Close it. It's sure. For start, can't get. Hey, there's. You could. It's that.
Unless we have more business.
Chier. Ah, je sais comment moi. Voilà, on retente. Ah, faut tout refaire. J'ai essayé un truc. Et puis tout ça, moi son sandwich. Ah ouais. Tu m'as recouché ou pas?
The bed is comforting.
J'ai faire un coup de banc? Je peux pas faire le coup de banc?
The worn and beaten.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when.
Ah mais du coup je fais quoi moi?
It's getting cold. The bed is comfort. The bed.
Like a deftly cast fishing net. Sleep pulls you out.
How? Because you know you are a murderer. a disco music listen.
Hear that? It's much, much worse than that.
Don't.
They're right. This is...
We're trying.
The last dream will be total.
Yeah.
Everything is so. You're right.
The last...
Ah, attends.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Mhm.
What do you see? I'm guessing that's the skinny hardy boy. The one with his... Yes, well... Maybe 200...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
The fat guy from the mess hall is... Maybe...
There is real, palpable excitement in his voice.
It could have been, but if it wasn't... The fat guy from the mess hall, I do. The interest...
Oh, this one's easy.
With a piece of sand, which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. This looks like proof the missing 8th person at the lynching was Ruby. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? Understood. We should still go and see what Titus Hardy... Interest...
Oh.
With a piece of... Which means that the missing lady driver was also present. Yes, well... This looks like proof the missing 8th person at the lynching was Ruby. We should see what Titus Hardy has got to say on the matter. This might throw them off. Work in our interest.
Ouais, et si on fait l'autre?
With a piece of... Which means that the missing lady driver... This looks like proof we should start with Titus Hardy. See what he's got to say on the matter. A week?
It is not.
As I said...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperature.
What do I... Then?
Indeed.
But we know the victim had a bullet in his head. Exactly. They had to perform it to whoever was looking. The whole neighborhood. What do I... Then?
Indeed.
But we know the victim had a bullet in his... Body tracks? Yes.
Ça marchera pas, faut un truc blanc. Je vais quand même pas faire le test à chaque fois jusqu'à ce qu'il fonctionne quand même.
It's you again. What is it?
Ça marchera jamais, il manque des trucs.
Nothing is sorry. You're not coming up. I don't know what. Still, why does Brian shush? His wife left him. He needs smart for stuff. Can't get. Hey, there's a. You could also. No, it's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Attends. Essayez de voir si je peux pas mettre. Attends que j'ai un point. Quoi qu'il veut lui.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers...
Projection analytique.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers... No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
It's you again. What is it?
Nothing is... Sorry, You're not still. Why the right should his wife left him? Smart for can't pay. There's you could also. No, it's that.
On peut faire ça d'être un minam. Hein.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush. No. These tracks.
Ouais, est-ce que c'est pas scripté? C'est tellement possible.
It's you again. What is it?
Nothing is sorry. Still, why does right shush his wife left him? He needs to smart for can't get pay. There's you could also no, it's that. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush. No. These tracks are not
Comment c'est
interesting at
le...
all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
J'ai fait 11-10. Ok. On va récupérer le point là.
What is it?
Nothing is sorry. Still, why rush his wife left for can't pay. There's you could also no, it's that.
Là, combien ça fait là?
Tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. No, these tracks are not interesting.
La même chose.
Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Ah non, là je suis à 6 alors qu'avant j'étais à 10. Ah donc c'est vraiment aléatoire.
It's you again. What is
Mais
it?
bon, à mon avis c'est parce qu'il me manque des infos.
Nothing.
Ouais, j'arriverai jamais à le truc.
What right? His wife for pay. There you could also no, it's that.
On va essayer une dernière fois.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown. No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Il me manque qui si je parle à toi?
Again? I can't believe.
Non.
Yes? What?
Non.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Non, ça marchera jamais.
But we are. Get a hold of yourself just once, so you say. But give us one example of deceit. Just, who is this? Stop. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further.
Essayer de parler au... Chef.
Right to work.
Bon, j'ai rien. Je vais essayer Vart. Attends, je peux pas parler à lui. J'entends qu'on peut parler lui non plus.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about. Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about? Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again. He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
That's precisely what he is. Everard's dragon.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice friendly sort old Titus is. I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister. The night guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once. Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then. Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Okay.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with? My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up? I told you she was a piece of work, Harry, but I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again. Ah, yes, your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
I'm always happy to educate and very most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry. Great. You want to absolutely, Harry. My dear Harry. I rarely do.
This is the night watchman.
I don't know about stealing people's very colorful clothes like that. Fantastic. Try not to wear it with others.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai pris? Ok. Y a rien non plus.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Hola, Wandering Man. Okay.
Ouais, ça change rien.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. It's awful. And what is that?
Great. He asked the Pines rep about the pill. Fine then. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for that. That is exactly what I didn't want you to do. Ma'am.
No offense, but your partner seems like a...
Republica, a filterless cigarette from Misk.
Neither is spelled transportation. Life is transitory. Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Segúreme, Paraíso. The smell of the look on her face. Her raw thought is when you... What are we doing here? For thousands... Nothing.
Nostalgia.
In the belly of... No.
The wheels all small.
Like, look, you cannot see it, but you know it's there. Yes. They say that it's a point, maybe you... It's a and dark. No one knows. I've only felt it in the distance.
There is nothing.
You fried. Let's get some.
Tu sais, du coup, on a un nouveau. 8 heures.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth, Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine, beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you.
Attends, ça on a tout fait.
A lorry, the smell of there's something on that.
Ouais.
Just close the.
C'est pareil.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Ah ouais. Donc c'est mort, il fait la gueule. Il est tout seul lui.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone. Yes, in peace. Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you?
Ah, René est décédé. Ouais, mais du coup, je fais quoi moi dans cette histoire?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Attends, on fait une petite sauvegarde rapide.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
Yes, it is. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Okay, donc j'ai risqué de me casser le cul pour ça.
As they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
Voilà. Ça change rien. Ça change rien. Faudrait que je réussisse Tidus, mais avec 3%, bon.
It's you again. What is it?
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain.
Oh la vache. Ah ouais, faut faire un 18. On est loin. Si je fais un double 6, je suis à 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, je serai pile poil à 18. Je crois pas que ça passe.
Sorry, you're not still. Why the right? Shush. His wife left him. Smart for can't. Hey, there's. You could also. No, it's that.
Unless.
Bon. J'ai pas de points. La clope, ça augmente pas la logique. Je sais plus. J'essaye là. Intellect amélioré. Si, ça augmente la logique. Donc, si on fait une petite clope avant.
It's you again. What is it?
Là combien?
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected. Sorry, you're still... Why the right should his wife... Hey, there's... He could also... known it's that...
Ouais, ça va être compliqué.
It's you again. What is it?
Nothing is happening.
Oh, je suis
The
à
pieces
16.
are there, but they remain unconnected.
Je fasse un double 6.
Sorry, you're not still... Why right? Shush. His wife left
quand même.
him. Smart for... Hey, there's... You could also... No, it's that...
Unless we have more...
Je vais voir si au magasin je peux pas acheter des trucs qui augmentent ma logique. Ah, ce serait intellect.
You see, the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed.
Here you go. What is what?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles. A colorful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Avec les clopes.
Is this about the questions again?
Avec les clopes, je suis déjà en clope. Donc, à moins que toi tu me montres...
Looking for something odd? It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Because she was here. All night. With us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us. Drinking. Near the stage there.
No. All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
I've seen the wench. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar, like some kind of...
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty wench. It doesn't put her on the roof. Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room. What do you mean? We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in rags. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene? If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot. Tell you one thing, I liked how that goddamn wench came up again. That was nifty. Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast, but like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
Unless it was an exceptional, almost godly sniper.
Firmly? Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun.
You lost your gun?
What an idiot! Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? No, you didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration. He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
It's the kind of chin-rubbing men, often leaders, do when they think of punishment.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, Cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about, ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. You. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole. How can I forget? You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus, this cop, he... But...
Scared. You should be, too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely? On the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Sure, there's some shithouses there, a cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man. The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies at a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. pale something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am. I just wasn't sure you were.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, then turns back to his men.
Déjà où se trouve Ruby? C'est par elle.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning. Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves? A lot of stuff. Oh, there's plenty missing, but that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle, although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with?
Ah, il était pas là lui avant. Intéressant.
I'll just keep the Cordelechi in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty? Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelechi red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent. How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
Above you, there forms a quilt of alto-cumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Sealindian, Isala. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Godspeed to...
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, dézoom amélioré de 20%. Attends, j'en ai encore un, non? Ah, j'en ai pas encore un. Comment ça? Ah ouais, c'est... Ouais. Ok, on va voir elle.
Our tenant, the policeman. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Attends. On m'aurait trouvé un truc. Ah.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Our tenant, the policeman. Damn that girl.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear, we welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think. I cleaned it, like I always do. No. She's good company, knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Aye, do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that. I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Ok, bon, on verra ça lundi. Hein. Ce sera le final. Ah. Peut-être que demain, on fera une petite session bus pour changer. Je sais pas, je verrai bien. Ce sera la surprise. Ok, ça c'est bon. Ça c'est bon. Bref, sur ce, je vous dis bonne fin de soirée, bonne nuit et à demain. Bye bye.